We've been in Seville now for 1 month, and that has come to an end, and so we're going to go ahead and give you our cost of living for the month that we've stayed here. We're going to start with our biggest cost here, which was our rent, and we go with Airbnb. We chose a place that was in the Triana District because it was very residential and kind of got you out of the touristy area, which is usually what we choose to do.
Yeah, and we loved it too. It was a great little apartment for 2 people. The bathroom was adequate. The bedroom was great.
Yeah.
It had a wide open kitchen and living room, which we really enjoyed. We're learning to look at these Airbnbs a little closer. Not that there's anything wrong with the 3 that we've had, but we're kind of getting a better idea the more we do this, what we prefer.
Yeah.
And I think what we might enjoy is some outside space.
Anybody who is looking for an Airbnb, a couple things to look for. Making sure that your kitchen is adequate and has everything that you need. And one of the ways to do that is really analyze the pictures of your Airbnb. Look at the kitchen. Zoom in, see what they have. Do they have a coffee pot? Some of the places will actually open the drawers and cupboards in the kitchen so that you can see what it's equipped with, which is super helpful.
Now this one was great. We had everything we needed in this one. We had family coming to town, and they got a really nice Airbnb, and they had 1 wine glass and 1 coffee mug. So unfortunately,
and that was for six
people. There was 4 of us in there at the time.
Yeah.
And I got the wine glass.
So our Airbnb here in Sevilla ran us $1,111. One difference with this place that we are in this month is they did not include utilities, so you do pay utilities, which is calculated at the end of the month, and our utilities will be around $40. So that is just something that's a little different. Not all places have that. You have to kind of read the fine print and see if they're going to charge you for that or not. There is a website called Idealista, and they have listings that you would be able to look at for long-term stays. And so it might be something that you're more interested in instead of dealing with Airbnb, give them furnished or unfurnished. You looked up.
They're about $850 to $900 a month in the same area that we're in Triana. And again, that does not include your utilities, so that would be on top. So about the same, really.
Yeah.
And we kind of found some of those were furnished and some of them were not furnished.
Okay, so another expense that we have is our healthcare. And after doing a lot of research, we decided to go with Cigna Global. So we've been happy with them.
It's not the cheapest by any means, but it's the best. It fits our plan, our world travel. There are travel insurances that you can get, but we've just decided to get the full package.
Yeah.
So that's.
And they have a lot of options available, so you can kind of pick and make it fit what you're looking for, what you need. So for that, we pay $135 each, and that is in U.S. funds. So $270 total for this month for our healthcare. Our other expense each month is our groceries. And each month it's just going to cover everything that you would normally buy to cook in, and we do a lot more of that than eating out. Here where we were staying in the Triana District, it was really nice because we did have the market, the central market near us. We utilized that a little bit, but we didn't utilize it as much as we probably thought we were going to. Shopping at the central market sometimes isn't as convenient as you'd think because you do have to stop at every booth that you need to go and get your produce at, or your meat or your whatever. So sometimes we just hit the grocery store. And what we pay for groceries here, so we're going to show you the prices down below. So a couple of the main items, milk. An interesting thing about milk here, any place that we've honestly been in Europe so far, is they do not refrigerate their milk. So another thing is that the size of the container that you can get for milk, the largest container is really not that big. We're not big milk drinkers.
A liter.
Yeah, I think it might be a liter. Yeah. We're not big milk drinkers, so not a huge deal, but that is kind of an interesting thing.
Eggs aren't either.
Same with egg. The other thing is chicken. That is a common one as well. And then
coffee.
And
beer.
Then beer. We like to have our beer at home too, so that's another one. And then also water. you can drink the water here in Spain, and actually the water out of the tap doesn't taste bad, but bottled water is also there for you to buy. So our grocery costs for the month were $286.
Transportation expenses this month did not run us that much. We tend to walk everywhere. Now there are buses and taxis, trams all over the city that you can take. It's very convenient to get a cab, to jump on a bus. We just choose not to. We did have to take the cab from the train station to our Airbnb when we first got into town. But other than that, we really didn't have to take any type of public transportation. The walking was that easy. And
one thing I would also add is we choose to, you can take a bus from the train station. There are buses that run into town. Us, after a travel day, we typically choose to go ahead and have the expense of a cab just for the ease, and they take you right to your place. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was our only expense, was that cab, and that was $18.
Another expense that we have each month is our entertainment costs. So this month we went to the Alcazar and went to the cathedral, and other than that, entertainment around here.
Yeah, it was free.
Yeah.
Other than that.
You don't have to walk very far to see somebody else playing a guitar or a group of people singing, or
just going to the plaza. There's a huge park across the street from the plaza where there's just everything to see, and the trees and the birds and everything. Just walking through the park was an hour's worth of entertainment for us.
Yeah.
The shopping district, which we've mentioned, was just fun for us to walk through and window shop.
And then one of our entertainment that for each of the places that we go to, we also include any of our eating out or drinking out. We enjoyed the tapas here. It was actually really nice too, because like we mentioned before, we're both pretty small eaters, so to be able to go out and have a couple plates at a few dollars each, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to really be able to just get out and enjoy that. So our entertainment cost for the month, including all of those things, was $246. So one of the fees that we do have each month is for our data plan for our phones. And we just recharge that for this next coming month, and hoping that it continues over into the next location that we're at. We're not sure on that yet.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will. You can find these orange stores everywhere too, so they're easy to find. It's super convenient.
Yeah, and we've had good service with them so far. So our fee for that it's €10 for each of us, and so for a total of €20 for this month.
Okay, our reoccurring monthly expenses only cover our VPN and our Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's our only reoccurring monthly costs.
So for Netflix and for our VPN, which we go with Surfshark, we pay $18 a month, and yeah, it's worth it. Gotta have your Netflix.
Gotta have Netflix.
That's an awesome thing here. I will point out a little tip as well. If you are traveling, take your Fire Stick with you, if you have a Fire Stick, and with that VPN, and you set it to the States, or wherever you want to set it to, honestly, and then you get the coverage for that area. So when we don't have it set for the States, we get coverage for Spain, and so we get to see whole different kinds of shows. So it's kind of fun.
And miscellaneous costs this month, we always have something, except for this month. We didn't have any miscellaneous costs this month, so I didn't get a haircut.
No.
I was going to, but...
We were busy this month.
Yeah, we were busy.
Yeah.
So there you go. No monthly...
Yeah. And any shopping that we did have to go get like a coat and things like that, but we don't include that in miscellaneous because that's something that's personal as far as when it wouldn't affect your costs whatsoever if you were to be here. So, yep, so no miscellaneous costs for this month. So for the month in Sevilla, we spent a little bit more this month, and we knew that coming in. The rent is a little bit more here. And just, yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to, though. If you're going to come to Sevilla, a place like this with all the history, the things that you have to pay for to get in to see, you've got to do it.
And you got to go enjoy the tapas.
You got to go enjoy the tapas as well. You just have to do it. So we knew we'd spend more money this month than we have in the past.
Right.
So with that being said,
make sure, subscribe.
Yeah.
And ring the bell so that you get notifications when we do our next videos, and you'll find out where we're headed after this.
We don't mention that very often. We don't really like to, but we would appreciate it if you would subscribe and thumbs up.
Yeah.
If you you would, please.
If you would, please. So for the month here, we spent $1,991. Not bad.
Not at all.
Yeah. Cheers.